Hello, my name is Hassan and I'm here to come clean. As you probably saw from the previous episode, I have attempted into coming clean or confessing about stuff and basically unpackaging the packages. And today it is an interesting package that I'm trying to unpack as I was trying to think a lot about it, and I was trying at the same time to just put down my thoughts in order. I have been also a little bit reluctant and hesitant to talk about this topic because, well, I want to talk about emotions. Yes, my topic is about emotions and the complexities of emotions and what does it mean to have emotions, especially as a guy. I have to admit it's quite an interesting territory that we're about to chart in. Well, one thing really does come to my mind is the fact that emotions are pretty much complex. Even for us guys, it tends to be with a lot of package. That's how I can just start this whole discussion. I mean, obviously a lot of us are obviously we're stereotypically typed as only having two emotions, either hungry or horny. Aside from those two feelings or emotions, and maybe I'm actually mixing feelings and emotions together. So, this is a complete mistake which I have done. I haven't even made my research before even talking about the topic, which is important as well. But here there is a clear distinction and there is a clear difference between what emotions and feelings are. And in this video there has been a lot of seems to be that there is a lot of interchangeability in between both terms, but to be very fair, they are two different terms with two different definitions, and I'm going to read the definition out. It's basically emotions are neurophysiological reactions unleashed by an external or internal stimulus. Between brackets, emotions are physical, and feelings are a self-perception of specific emotions being a subjective expression of emotions. So emotions come first and feelings are basically the interpretations of those emotions. Of course, that I did not know. And in this video specifically, I seem to be throwing these terms together. But to be also fair and clear, the conversation is still relevant because I don't think we have an outlet for either one at all. I mean, come on, we weren't even given definitions of what emotions versus what feelings are. So this is a good start. We should know what the difference is and what both of them are in order for us to solve the bigger problem and continue on to the much more important topic. Fact of the matter is, it remains a complex issue. Even for me, I have been having difficulties trying to figure out emotions for a lot of reasons, which I am going to also start unpacking in this video. But to start off, it has been quite a journey because obviously how can you understand something that you do not know of? Or how can you try and approach something which you don't really know of. I hope I have clarified the idea. The idea is basically everyone, actually, I mean, this is not just a gender issue. When it comes to emotions, I'm pretty sure there are a lot of people that don't know how to approach emotions because they don't know much about emotions and feelings. And to some, emotions and feelings are minimized to a point that they are just neurochemical stuff that are happening in the head, and that's pretty much it. Well, in reality, they are things that you need to address in order to just make things clear to yourself and just move on with your life and move on with whatever you need to. But anyways, back to emotions. I personally do agree that I have had a hard time trying to figure out emotions, and I also had a lot of trouble with emotions growing up, mainly because while growing up, and this is a problem, this is something that is legit, something that you need to look into, and something that if you have problems with, go see a specialist. So to start off with, growing up, I don't feel I have been given a good outlet for emotions, and that is absolutely natural and absolutely fine, because I mean, for again, a lot of people don't exactly understand emotions, and so their approach to emotions would be more combative rather than an approach which accepts that type of emotion and then has another layer of trying to fix it or remedy it. And so growing up, I wasn't exactly given an outlet for emotions, and I do recall a lot growing up how much my emotions and feelings were minimized. And when I say minimized, it's basically a point where minimizing emotions is basically defined as when someone doesn't acknowledge the feelings that you have, or minimize it to a point, or even dismisses it and doesn't give any sort of consideration to it, or even existence of these feelings. So say for example, I'm feeling negative about something, and another person would come to me and they would tell me that whatever I'm having as negative feelings have absolutely no place. There you have it. This act is basically an act of minimizing the feeling that I'm having, when in reality, I shouldn't be minimizing this feeling. I should be acknowledging that it exists and then probably try and find ways to deal with it. And so, going back to that point where growing up, I don't think I have been having this mechanism where I have been given the outlet to express emotions, to have those emotions acknowledged, and then to try and look for ways to work myself around those emotions. And so instead, what I would possibly do, and what everyone else as well does, is bottle up emotions. Yep, very much healthy. By the way, that's absolutely not healthy, and I'm being sarcastic. So you're not supposed to be bottling information. You're not supposed to be bottling up feelings and emotions. But I personally realized that I have been doing a lot of that, and I probably have to now. I mean, my work is cut out for me, because first I need to acknowledge and understand the wide range of emotions that I have, and in the same time I have to work through all of them and try and find some sort of like remedy for them. Huh. Yeah, quite a lot. And also, aside from this unfortunate thing that happened in the past, it's in the past, there is a lot of stigma when it comes to expressing emotions and having emotions, especially as a guy. We are, as men, unfortunately not allowed to express emotions because in doing so, it probably is seen as vulnerability, and we're bearing our souls open to the world, even though theoretically it sounds amazing if you are bearing your soul open to the world, but in reality, it's basically weakness. It's basically vulnerability. Or maybe we are taught that way, unfortunately, to see them as weakness and as vulnerability. And in vulnerability, nothing good comes. In being vulnerable, I know I'm running around in circles, but that's particularly also part of the problem when it comes to emotions and trying to deal with emotions. It's just quite a lot. I have come clean with the fact that I have problems with emotions, and I have come clean with the fact that I need to work through my emotions. Now, what am I really gonna do with all of these emotions? I mean, obviously, other than the fact that you would need to seek help. Nothing wrong in seeking help. Everyone needs to seek help. But moving forward, everyone has to admit, at least internally, not out to the world, that they have emotions and they have things that they need to deal with internally in order to be good on the outside. So there you have it. I mean, obviously it's anticlimactic how I have put it, but it is what it is. However, when I was doing a little research for this particular episode, I have asked this question to Google, and Google has helped me in finding this interesting answer, which I would like to convey and share with you guys. Okay, so initially I have asked Google, why do we have emotions? And I have this particular answer, and I kind of find it helpful. At least it's something that you could at least start off with your way of dealing with things. So the question, why do we have emotions? And the answer, we have evolved emotions as ways of helping us to rapidly reorganize our mental and bodily resources to help us prepare for anything the world might throw at us. During our lives, each of us experience millions of emotional reactions, either consciously or unconsciously. So there you have it. If we're all capable of dealing with our emotions, then we'll probably be capable of dealing with anything that life might throw at us. So there you have it. And now, with that, I excuse myself as I have emotions that I need to deal with. Until then, see you in another episode.